What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with 10 annoying things Americans say to Africans. South Africans, I'm very intrigued to jump into this. How we be annoying y'all. Before we jump in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You can subscribe to any of them. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me, Q&A. I talk back. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got?
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. And if this is your first time tuning in with us, we want to say thank you and welcome. Thank you for choosing us. I am Nasipi Leila Sobahle.
And I'm Atule Alexander. So today we decided to talk about a few things that annoy us as Africans that Americans like to say.
We wrote 10 things
only
down.
10, but there's
just
more.
Only 10. So if you're African,
we only wrote 10, but there's a lot more. But we want to keep the video pretty short. We don't want to make it too long, so we only gonna say 10. But there's a ton.
Like to say.
we wrote 10 things
only
down.
10, but there's
just
more.
Only 10. But if you're African, there's definitely one or two that you might be able to relate to. Number one that I want to address. You speak such good English.
Oh gosh.
How do you
What do you
respond
say to that? I just say I went to school.
Are you sure you're from Africa? You speak such good English.
Like, yeah, I am.
Guys,
We speak English in Africa. Good English.
There are schools in Africa, throughout the continent of Africa. So please, let's bear that in mind. We speak good English because that's what we are taught.
And English is one of our official languages in South Africa.
Right.
So, piece of information.
We speak English.
Why do we always, in so many videos, like I hear like Americans saying this about people from other countries? Why is that always like, you speak such good English? Why is that always a go-to thing to say? I don't understand why it's a go-to thing for us to say, like, to tell people they speak such good English.
Oh, piece of information.
We speak English. Number two. How did you get here?
Oh gosh.
On an elephant's back.
That's an everyday question.
On
for
an
me.
elephant's back.
That's an everyday.
Trust me. And it took me 12 months to get
Oh my
here.
God.
Guys,
I won't.
again, there's airports in South Africa. There's planes. Number three.
Who is asking them this? What Americans are saying that? Obviously, why plane? Oh my! I need to know what Americans are saying these things.
There's airports in South Africa. There's planes. Number three. South Africa is a very dangerous country.
Oh gosh.
You must be privileged to be here.
Guys,
Wow.
we are no longer living in the apartheid era.
Yes.
So we've moved past that. Okay.
I also want to say that things that happened here in America over the past year and a half of me being back
are more dangerous
crazy.
than what's happening in South Africa.
Can I just name a couple?
Girl.
Talk
In
to
South
me.
Africa, I've never heard of a minor having access to a gun, going to school and shooting people. There was
That's
a recent
crazy.
shooting somewhere in October.
Crazy.
I think it was in South Africa.
Last year in Parkland.
There's just so many shootings.
Guys, you don't hear of
In
such
an
things in South
airport.
Africa.
It happened in Fort Lauderdale. Like, Njani, guys, such things don't happen in South Africa.
So how then can you say is South Africa dangerous?
Then somebody says to me, my friend visited South Africa and she got robbed.
Because people
It doesn't get any dangerous than that.
People get robbed everywhere.
It doesn't get any more dangerous than that. Number four.
Yeah, I never understand that, but I guess I do understand it. It's because like in the media and stuff, I feel like what we see in the American media is like so many bad things going on in so many countries. They never really highlight the great parts of different countries, but they highlight the crime and all of that about different countries. And so when you grow up watching that, you grow up to think, oh, like a lot of these countries outside of America like are dangerous, are harmful, have less resources, all of these things. And so, you know what I'm saying? You don't really learn too much until you get older and you either travel and see for yourself or like you look up videos or you talk to people from there. And it's like, no, America's much more dangerous than a lot of these places are. And so I can understand why Americans would say that. I just once you learn from people, you learn like these places aren't as dangerous as they're portrayed to be. There's crime, of course. There's crime everywhere, but there's not as dangerous as portrayed.
People get robbed everywhere.
It doesn't get any more dangerous than that. Number 4. How long does it take to get your hair braided? This hair, and I'm being serious. I've had this for like 2 weeks now, and every day I have to answer to Americans how long it took to get this hair braided. I really don't even.
I don't even have
that.
words.
Like,
for,
guys, please do
I don't
not
have words
ask me that
for
question.
When it comes to hair, I don't have words because come on, we are 21st century.
Just
we
like
have
you
black
comb
and white
your hair
raising their
differently.
beautiful natural hair. You should know. I mean,
guys, this annoys me the most. I'm not gonna lie. Like, please don't ask me that question. Number 5.
Number 5.
I feel.
Do you speak African?
Oh God! You know, when it comes to that question, I'm always like, are you trying to say Afrikaans? Or are you really serious about this African thing? Are you trying to say Afrikaans? I mean, if you made that mistake, I'll allow. But no, I don't speak African. I speak English, I speak Xhosa, and then maybe other languages. But African, is that a real language? Do you speak American?
That always kills me.
No, serious. Do you know, honestly, when I get asked that question, I always look at the person and I'm like, maybe you made a mistake.
Maybe you mean Afrikaans.
Yes. I always say, are you trying to say Afrikaans? To my surprise, I always say, no, what's Afrikaans? And I'll be like, oh my gosh, this person really meant to say
African. Guys, we have 11 official languages in South Africa. Including English.
Alone.
Including English. Number 6.
I've never heard of Afrikaans. I have never heard of that, but I wouldn't ask, do you speak African? I wouldn't ask that. But Afrikaans, I have never heard of.
Africa.
South
Including
Africa
English.
Alone.
Including English. Number 6.
I'm sorry,
Which
ladies,
country in
for
South
my
Africa
fellow
are you from?
Americans.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Isn't
And that's a legit question, guys. We can ask that question.
Which country in South Africa?
And then
geographically speaking.
And then you have to explain that no, South Africa is actually a country on its own.
Yeah,
Africa is a continent. And in that continent there is South Africa.
and then a good one, they'll follow up question if you explain. So where is South Africa? It's the southern
It's
part.
in Cape Town. It's in Cape Town. South Africa is in Cape Town.
Nassiphi, please educate. Don't mislead them even more. So those are the type of things that we have to deal with. Either you get so annoyed that you just end up misleading them. You know?
South Africa is in Cape Town. Cape Town is the country, and South Africa.
I have to stop.
Number 7. Okay. I just said please and thank you. I feel like in the industry that we are in, hospitality and tourism, you find guests that just walk up to you, no acknowledgement whatsoever.
Oh gosh.
Do you know where the bathroom is?
And then you tell them.
And then they just walk away.
And you're like, you're
How
welcome.
Hi, Atule. How are you today?
Right.
You don't even have to ask how I am. Like, hi, Atule. Oh, hi. Do you mind directing me to the bathroom?
Yeah.
And there's a classic one. This is not related. There's a classic one. Say perhaps you fall or you have an accident. We as South Africans will say, oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
And then Americans like to say, oh, it's not your fault. Yeah, we know it's not our fault, but we're just saying sorry that it happened to you.
Sorry that it happened to you.
Yeah.
We're just saying sorry.
I know.
They don't say.
Yeah, we just don't. I guess we just don't know what to say. Like when you say sorry, like I guess a lot of us will say, "Oh, it's all good. Like I'm okay." You know what I'm saying? I'm good. But I could understand someone say, "Oh, it's not your fault. You have no reason to apologize." But it's like I am sorry that you failed. Like I know it's not my fault, but I understand where they're coming from. I'm sorry that you failed. But please and thank you, always words that should be used. I'd be like, "Hey, do you know where the restroom is?" Oh, it's this way. Thank you so much. Simple. Use those words.
It happened to you.
Sorry that it happened to you.
We're just saying sorry.
I know.
They don't say sorry.
I know.
Please, thank you, sorry.
No.
3 important words.
You know. Number 8. You're from South Africa? I have a friend in Kenya. Do you know them?
Crickets. That's a good one where you're just like, actually, Africa's so small. I know everybody.
I know.
Everybody's just my neighbor. Number 9.
Number 9. The click. Like, say something.
Imagine, guys, like languages are all different, right? Like French, for example.
They're talking about when people like say like that, like that.
Like languages are all different, right? Like French, for example, there are sounds that we can't pronounce. But I mean, we're not gonna walk up to a French person and say, "Oh, you're French? Say something that goes." Now you must think of words that like. Oh, look like I'm like, now you must think of words because they want to. First of all, Xhosa does not only have clicks. It's a language.
It's a language.
It's a it's a language. That sentence did not even have a click. So if you come up to us and you ask us to say something that has a click, you want us to think of a word that has click so that we can wow you. We're not going to do that anymore.
How do you even teach somebody how to say the click?
Right?
That was actually where I was going to for the last one. What is your name? How do you say your name? What's that, huh? And you're like, Na-si-pi. Oh, I can never remember that.
Oh, wow. And now you must think of another name or...
What I wanted to say is, you know how I have 2 names, Nasipi, Leila, Sobal. First, middle, last. And they'll be like, say maybe you call me by Nasipi and they know me by Leila. Oh, did she just call you by your real name? What do you mean, my real name? What do you mean? I have a first name.
I think they mean your first name. Usually, they mean your first name. When it's like your real name, usually it's like your first name. Is what they're asking. I know you have first name, middle name, last name probably, but they're asking like first name.
My real name. What do you mean? I have a first name, a middle name, and a last name. Nasipi Leila Sobal.
And in my case, because Atule is not common, and you know what? Actually, I do forgive people because they do try. But my name in America is Athule. Athule. Oh yeah. Sometimes I find myself saying no, it's Atule, like the number 2. Atule. You can't say 2. You know what I mean? But guys, just take some time to learn about Africa, learn about the different cultures, the different languages,
the diversity.
You know, because we take some time to learn your names, to learn about your country.
And it comes easy to us. We understand it's not your language or it's something that you are not familiar with. But also think of the same fact that let's turn the tables around. Exactly. English was never our first language as well.
Exactly.
Your names, they might come easy to us because, we make the effort.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You know? But the thing is, they're able to pronounce like Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Like, these artists want, but you can't say Atule. I get it.
You're playing us. But anyway, if you are South African or African for that matter, I'm sure out of the 10 things that we have mentioned, there's one that you can actually relate to. That you have actually, that's a commonality to you actually. Guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to our channel yet, do the most.
Like we like to say, what are you waiting for?
Oh, and follow us on Instagram at Hospitality and Lifestyle Central. Our personal pages,
Atule Love.
And I am at Sobahle_N. Guys, thank you very much for always choosing us. Take good care.
We love you.
They seem very cool. I actually really like them. They seem very cool, but that's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you got to do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.